Racer Radio on AM1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network. This is Racer Radio on AM1170 The Answer. If it's a car, motorcycle, boat, or anything else with an engine in San Diego, it's on Racer Radio. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome to Racer Radio. FM 96.1 AM 1170. We are The Answer. Support Barona Circle Track like nobody's business. www.baronaspeedway.com. baronaspeedway.com. And with that being said, Dirt Dude's on the line. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, how's it going today?
Well, just running solo. I was going to bring you in and make you sit for 3 hours, but then I thought you wouldn't do that.
I've been doing work around the house today.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah, it is, but you still got to get stuff done on your limited schedule, When you take those days, you just got to do what you got to do.
So how was the race last night?
Well, you're right. It was hot. It was really warm yesterday, and there's a lot going on in San Diego, so it's really tough to compete with, everything going on.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got to stop you. I don't know if you've seen this post that somebody posted all the winners that raced at Cajon Speedway. Did you see that?
No.
All right. Well, one of the gentlemen, Tim Newhouse, who I knew quite well, they sort of shorted him 7 races. So if you look at that list again, you need to put Tim at 16 wins in his career at Cajon Speedway. He texted me, and I told him I would mention it on the air. So with that being said...
With that being said, too, Tim Newhouse has raced at our track, too.
Yeah, I know.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
So I just thought it'd be polite if I throw that out there. And so... yeah, hey, we got to get Dave Arcee in the dirt somehow. I don't know what we're going to have to do. We got to figure out how to get him in the dirt.
Dude, I don't know. He's an asphalt guy, but he builds dirt motors.
Doesn't he, though?
3 or 4 people. Yeah, I was actually talking to a guy named Chris Carnish that runs up in Paris, and he was talking about how, they're running RC motors and, couldn't figure it out. Went down there, Dave was like, oh, yeah, this is what you need to do, just, tweak on your motor a little bit more. The motor is there. It's right. Got the right grind on it. He goes, that's my Paris grind. And, just amazing amount of different motors he does from street to, wild to crazy to mild and fun.
I know. So last night was a little on the warm side.
Yeah, and it showed. He didn't get a lot of people really showing up. I had over 300 fans and over 46 cars. So, it was a slow night. As far as spectators and cars, but it was not a slow night on the track because it was a really pretty cool night of racing. Got a few people I'd really like to thank before we get into this. We got a new starter stand, which is probably 15 feet off the ground now, so it's probably 10 to 12 feet above the normal starter stand. So now our starters are in a safer area off the track. So. Yeah. They're not going to get hit, but it makes a great place for us to go watch now. Like me and the photographer sat down there where the original starter stand was, and man, you're coming out of turn 4 right at you.
Yeah, you couldn't blink. You couldn't blink.
Our photographer's going to have some great pictures, and they also worked on our FM transmitter. That was Raz Barlow, Milden, Roundin, Miller. I know I blow his name wrong. Everyone calls him Neil. And Phil Comfort, all the guys from Comfort Motorsports, they built a new start stand, and they've been helping us with that FM transmitter that we've been having, at the track. So we're fine-tuning that in. I actually got it to where you can hear it all around the track now. There we're, driving around golf cart with the FM radio, and they said we were transmitting pretty clear all the way around the track.
Yeah, that's I've used that technology before. It's a low frequency, but it just takes a little bit of tweaking. But once you get it in, boy, it'll be great for the fans.
Yeah.
Man,
we'll just go into how the night went in our junior drivers, our junior sprints. Wab Bakanowski got a main event win. That's his 5th main event win. And the Mini Dwarf Masters, Aiden Figueroa came out of Yuma, Arizona, and got his first main event win. And Charlie Carty got his 6th main event win in the Mini Dwarf Sportsman. Onto the big track, we actually had an open comp night for modifieds, and I got a lot of people to thank there. So our pro and stock ponies, Dennis Taylor got his I think his 12th main event win of the season. No, his 11th main event win of the season is what he's telling me. Number 11 got 11, so he was pretty stoked about that. And then into the stock ponies, Shane Sexton got his 4th main event win. So he's doing really good. That was like 3 in a row, so he's been really, really good. And on to the pure stocks, Rick Snagger got a main event win, and that was because Christopher Evans had a DQ after the race. He went to tech and didn't pass post-race and tech inspection.
Uh-oh.
Not very happy about that. Yeah, he's kind of bummed because, he did have a good race. That was a good battle. Got into our dwarf car main event, and, man, it was green, white, checkered, 20 laps, and these guys were just flying. I mean, these cars were just out in front. Darren Brown in the 11 got his 3rd main event win. So he had the field going, no caution, so they couldn't, bottle them back up or, line them back up. So he had to go through lap traffic and everything. And there was probably 4 to 5 car lengths between him and the 91 of Ryan O'Connor, who has 3 main event wins too. And then back from them, another 4 or 5 car lengths was Mikey Hall in the 7, which was looking for a main event. And the 12 of John Isabella has 3 main event wins, and the 5 of Robert Peters. And those guys are back and forth. I mean, it was a good battle between that's 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and like the first 2 are just still out in front, and they're just flying. I mean, that was some of the fastest times I've seen out of the dwarf cars. They just had a great track for them that night. Brittany started 9th. Got to give her some props. She started 9th, finished 9th, so that means she held her own and didn't gain. But on a track like that, what they had, she held her own, and she didn't lose anything, which is cool because, like I said, all these guys couldn't. If you got the fast top 5 cars and they can't advance, it's a good race. Into the street stocks, we had the 17 Gary Rodriguez got his 1st main event win. 7 Dave Pillow has 5 main event wins, and actually had a broken rear end, so he wasn't able to compete for the night. IMC Modifieds, we had an open comp night, basically outlaw. They're calling them outlaw modifieds. The Super Nationals are going on at Boone, so it's a non-points night. So pretty much anybody that showed up with an altered motor, altered car, took the top off, ran with a wing. A lot of guys did wings, side panels, different motor, different tires, stuff like that. Everything was legal. There's nothing that's illegal that night. Mike Coring, he got a main event win, and he had a good battle with a 36 Bill Miller who comes out of Yuma, Arizona. And that was 500 to win for Mike Coring. And we got some people to thank for that. Got Andy Papp, Water and Backflow Services. They kicked in money. Escalator Truck Repair kicked in money. PRI Crane, Hackett Vinyl, Custom Tees, and Sunset Cliffs Auto Repair, Webb RV Service, and Express Pipe and Supply and Sunoco Fuel. All donated in there for the top 4. $500 went to the top for the winner, and then second place got a $100 gift card. Third place got a Milwaukee cordless hammer drill, and then fourth place got 10 gallons of Sunoco fuel. That's how it kind of broke down. So it was just a good, fast night. Once again, you just have to get to the heat. And once it went to like 7:15, that sun goes down. It was nice. It was nice night.
Hey, I hear you're selling race fuel out there now.
Yeah, we are. We actually had Sunoco race fuel being sold by I called her Leah, but it's Lena Miller, and they're coming out of Yuma, Arizona, and they have 110 and alcohol that they sell at our track.
They drive all the way from Arizona?
Yep.
Wow, talk about race supporters. Oh.
Yeah, that's you've had Will or Bill Miller on your radio station before. I've had him call in and talk to you.
Yeah.
He's a dedicated racer. He's been doing it forever. I mean,
well, that's what we need. We need dedicated racers. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to the drivers last night, the drivers meeting, I'm like, we need to do a lot of things. For next year, we need to start planning on how we can work with other tracks, like Paris. I'm sure once we get into the people that run the track, Todd, Judy, Tricia, and Troy, they're trying to do whatever they can, make the thing better, and they're trying to bring in different divisions and different, different forms of racing entertainment is what we're looking into. But we just need to start working with other tracks like Paris and working on scheduling so we're not on the same schedule. And then, like, Kokopah, I've heard rumors that they might be running, that they might not be running, that they might be a limited schedule. They're talking about maybe 1 or 2 races, but we need to work on our rules so we can accept their cars into our racing, because they are 2 different divisions. You can't run the same car in the same division that are 2 different classes, scaled out.
Right. Sounds like a winter meeting for all the track owners.
That's right. I know in our off season, we're looking forward to actually, taking some time off, taking a break, and then actually going over this and trying to figure out how we can make the racing better. I'd like to open up maybe a Hornet class, a 4-cylinder, like what we did with the celebrity cars, but maybe open it up to maybe a different kind of a newer, cheaper version of a pure stock class would be really cool. Because then you go to the wrecking yard or you go to any impound yard, you're picking up a car for a couple $100, throwing the cage in it, doing the safety stuff, and you can come out and play. And, if we can get enough cars, it'd be a fun thing to watch these, front-wheel drives out there, on each other. And, trying to get around the track would be really cool.
Yeah. By the way, your secretary just informed me it's Leanna Miller. Yeah. She used to race.
I heard her music in the background playing, and I'm sure she was giving you the text. So I'm glad she, like I said, I can't thank Britney enough. She is a super person.
Isn't she, though?
Along with racing, along with promoting, she is.
She's the best.
And then she was supposed to go on a girls' cruise with the Corvette, but she wasn't able to do that. She was bummed about that.
Yeah. I haven't heard hide nor hair from her, Michele, so I don't know what she's doing. That would have been a great trip.
A couple pictures on Facebook. She's out there. She was having fun with all the other vets. I guess the classic vets show today. So anytime someone gives you a vet, go, hey, go take this thing for a road trip for a couple of days. You're like, see ya.
See ya. Don't want to be ya. All right, buddy. How many more races?
We're down to the last 3. Next race will be September 22nd. Be a normal night. Hopefully we have perfect weather and start getting back into it. Then we get into October 6th. Gonna try and do the figure 8 race, and then our last race will be October 20th. We're bringing back the California Lightning Sprints for the last race of the season.
Well, maybe we can get some KUSI for the last race. What the hey?
We got to hook something up, guys.
All right, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks a million for calling in. BaronaSpeedway.com, BaronaSpeedway.com. Hey, this is FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer.
Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network.